Hello, everyone. Hope you had a good Memorial Day weekend with taking time to remember what the national holiday means. Friday afternoon and night, I was a participant in the last few hours of CBS News Radio, shut down by the parent company's new owners, basically saying the network is not a moneymaker and not worth continuing to support. Frankly, CBS News on the television side needs some major fixing, and that's an internal battle that will play out in the push and pull of traditionalists and new ownership over editorial direction. Meanwhile, the United States carried out some airstrikes on targets in Iran in the Strait of Hormuz, claiming violations of the temporary ceasefire. The supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khamenei, who isn't seen but does make statements, took to X with the message that, quote, America will not have a safe area for wickedness. This, as Secretary of State Marco Rubio continues to try to rally support in the region for a peace deal. President Trump himself may be gumming up the gears with a new demand that all Arab and Muslim-led nations in the region make peace with Israel under son-in-law Jared Kushner's two-term project known as the Abraham Accords. Now, Gulf state nations have responded that the peace deals with Israel can wait until later, and that ending the U.S.-Iran war is paramount. On the Sunday news programs, there was Representative Thomas Massie, a Republican from Kentucky, who lost his primary last week after being targeted by President Trump in part for being against the war in Iran, but not bending. Massie on Meet the Press followed up here by New York Republican Mike Lawler on Face the Nation, supporting the continuation of the conflict to a satisfactory ending for the Trump administration.
They've alienated the fiscal hawks by running Doge out of town. They've alienated the people who don't want to fight another war for other countries. And so I'm worried that in November this is going to cost the party a lot. But for me, it was completely worth it. And I've got 7 more months to keep going against the grain, which means voting for principles and for people over party.
Let me ask you.
And so there's been immense pressure for everybody to reach a deal. But the bottom line is the objective is to ensure that Iran does not possess a nuclear weapon. And that is what President Trump has been clear and consistent on from the very beginning. And so I think it's imperative before everybody rush to, get to the microphone that they actually understand the terms of the agreement that is being proposed, and specifically with respect to the enriched uranium.
So you like what you're hearing?
On the Foreign Affairs Committee, I think on the whole, what the administration has been able to do for the first time in 47 years is force the remnants of this regime into a negotiation.
Well, the attempt to try to force them into a negotiation with bombs and general nudging on the part of diplomats, including Secretary Rubio, and will likely have another round of harsh messages by the president if Iran doesn't throw in the towel into the Strait of Hormuz. With ear on the White House, I'm Bob Costantini.